Hello everyone and welcome back. While we eagerly anticipate what Bungie has in store for Destiny next month, many of us are using this time to finish up any last remaining quests, as well as round out our exotic collections. Not to mention those of you who are jumping into Destiny for the first time this holiday season. Because of this, I decided to put together a short list of tips to help you during your adventures. So let's jump right in. Number 1 is Ghosts. Ghosts can be a lot more useful than they lead on. Not only do ghosts help boost your light level, but they also can help you gain more Glimmer. If you don't already have a ghost with high defense, I highly recommend getting one from the Vanguard. Ghosts are not very common drops, and this is what held me back for the longest time. Of course, they help you with planetary materials, but the biggest perk is with Glimmer. This is especially useful for King's Fall. I recommend finding a ghost with Cleansing Ritual, which gets you more Glimmer for killing Hive, and I actually recommend using this over the Kingslayer shell during the raid since you don't fight a whole lot of Taken until the end. That way you can make a lot of Glimmer and stow away those consumable trade-in items for a rainy day. Also remember that the speaker sells some pretty decent ghosts just in case you're not a high enough level or don't have enough marks. Number 2 is how to get quick abilities. There are a lot of quests in the game, including the exotic sword quests, that ask you to get a lot of ability kills. The best perk for this is Army of One. Quick unassisted kills with this weapon reduce grenade and melee cooldown. As you can see, it's not too difficult to trigger this perk, and it helps quite a bit to recharge those abilities. Another way to get your super quickly is to use exotic weapons like the Bad Juju or the Zalo Supercell. Both of these weapons have perks that get you more super energy faster. And don't forget about exotic armor. Some of the best choices that'll help you with abilities is going to be the Armamentarium, which gets you an extra grenade, an Insurmountable Skull Fort, which gets you an extra melee charge, Young Ahamkara's Spine for the Hunter gets you an extra tripmine grenade, Claws of Ahamkara for the Warlock gets you an extra melee charge, Nothing Manacles gets you an extra scatter grenade, Starfile Protocol gets you an extra fusion grenade, and Heart of the Praxic Fire for the Warlock gets you further decreased ability cooldowns while Radiance is active. These are of course just a few examples, but explore different builds and try to max out as much as you can. It'll make those pesky grind quests go by a lot faster. Number 3 is to increase your light. A lot of the endgame activities like Nightfalls and Raids require you to be at least 280 light. My number 1 recommendation for increasing your light is going to be to play Vanguard Strikes. Strikes are the most lucrative from an engram standpoint, but of course it still pales in comparison to the Court of Oryx. If you are high enough light level and have some runes to spare, this is the best activity for increasing your light. The Court of Oryx also has a very high drop rate for artifacts, which can be another thing holding back your Guardian's light. Once you get all those engrams, make sure to switch back to your highest light possible before you decrypt them. The attack or defense of what you decrypt is always going to be dependent on your Guardian's light. Because of this, you always have a chance of decrypting something stronger than what you already have. My number 4 tip is to simply play the Iron Banner. The Iron Banner is a monthly event where power matters. The goal is to get from rank 1 to rank 5. You'll get some pretty great drops along the way, as well as the ability to buy some of the best gear in the game from Lord Saladin himself. But the real reason I recommend playing the Iron Banner is because it will make you a better Destiny player. As I played through my first Iron Banner, I became more comfortable with guns, was able to use my abilities more efficiently, and became a more well-rounded player. Set yourself a goal to reach rank 5 and I guarantee you will see yourself get visibly better at the game. The Iron Banner is no cakewalk, but it can get you gear that is equal to, if not better than, what you can get in the raids. It's important to remember that raid gear is best suited from the raids that they're from, since they contain perks that apply to those specific situations. Iron Banner gear, on the other hand, has much more generic gear that can work in many different situations. Plus, I feel the Iron Banner gear just looks a hell of a lot cooler. The final and most important tip that I can give you is to have fun. Especially since the Taken King launched, we have a lot more activities to do, and there is something for every mood. Everything you do in the game will reward you with some sort of progression. So do whatever you feel like doing and don't stress about your light level or gaining new gear. The game itself will take care of that for you. Remember, if you're not having fun, the game is not worth playing. I hope that helps you during your adventures. Drop a like if you can, and subscribe for more Destiny content. And until next time, I'll see you guys Starside.